so we can get them off the street, or we need to do this. To me, that's reactive.
Tune in to Be Inspired every Wednesday live at 7 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
Check out this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
If you had a dream venue, where would that be? Like, some people want to do Carnegie Hall or like a big stadium somewhere.
I would go with Madison Square. I wanna feel that building.
So you just gonna shoot for the moon.
I wanna feel it. I wanna look out and just feel the vibration of all of those people there to be uplifted and all of that, because that's what I want to do for people.
So are you dancing? Are you...
I want to implement that. I think I want to start doing some blocking. Like, not like, tear it up. But just like a,
a little 1-2.
Hell, a little, not voguing, but kind of the essence of it. Very posy and, hit the mark. Yeah, we're not trying to like bust out sweats.
So that means you don't have the dance gene in you.
I can dance.
Okay.
That's not what I want to do.
I can dance. But I'm not, trying to get that. That's not my lane. I want to keep it really kind of a retro feel with like the new school with a retro feel. Like
Okay. Little Banji Soul.
Yeah.
People gonna start using that.
Right. And they should.
Little Banji Soul. Yeah. But this market, so people know, like this was mine.
This where it came from. Because people was queens out here now that was princesses last week. They was princesses before my album dropped. Now they queen or something. Like, pinky up.
I cannot.
The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on Be Exposed.
But when I smoked weed, there was a D on that. When I smoked weed, my inhibitions actually weren't wild. I wasn't like, I want to go fly on a kite or jump off this roof or something like that. No, it was quite the opposite. I was very laid back. I actually wanted to eat all the time. Gosh, and I never would get full. And I got sleepy. So I never wanted to go out and do something wrong, like break windows, drive under the influence. Definitely not drive under the influence. Because I wanted to go to sleep very badly. Like, high sleep is the best sleep ever. Gosh. Irresponsible child abusers are going to have free access. That's not the truth, because if they do legalize it, they're going to probably put the same stipulations they do for cigarettes. Now, if you are under 18 and you wind up getting a pack of cigarettes, then that's what happens. I had a pack of cigarettes before I was 18. So what? Because they was, cigarettes was in a machine that, it wasn't nobody standing there. Right. You just pull a little knob and get your little pack of Newports and you go about your business. Now they're not. Now they're behind the counter. So now you have to ask the old person that doesn't have any money, standing outside asking you for $1. I'll give you $1 if you go get me some cigarettes. He will more than likely do it. He'll be like, how old are you? Does it matter, homeless? That's what they say to him. But if it was me, though, that's what they say to him. But if it was me, I'd have been like, can you go get me this pack of cigarettes? And he would be like, well, how old are you? Homeless. One word. That's it. You go get the damn cigarettes and you get this $1. No, I'm just playing. 2 Chainz Gamely.
The all-new season of Talk Lately, Monday through Thursday at 7 p.m. on BeExposedRadio.com.
But when I smoked weed, there was a D on that. When I smoked weed, my inhibitions actually weren't wild. I wasn't like, I want to go fly on a kite or jump off this roof or something like that. No, it was quite the opposite. I was very laid back. I actually wanted to eat all the time. Gosh, and I never would get full. And I got sleepy. So I never wanted to go out and do something wrong, like break windows, drive under the influence. Definitely not drive under the influence. Because I wanted to go to sleep like very badly. Like, high sleep is the best sleep ever. Gosh. Irresponsible child abusers are going to have free access. That's not the truth, because if they do legalize it, they're going to probably put the same stipulations they do for cigarettes. Now, if you are under 18 and you wind up getting a pack of cigarettes, then that's what happens. I had a pack of cigarettes before I was 18. So what? Because they was, cigarettes was in a machine that, it wasn't nobody standing there. Right. You just pull a little knob and get your little pack of Newports and you go about your business. Now they're not. Now they're behind the counter. So now you have to ask the old person that doesn't have any money standing outside asking you for $1. I'll give you $1 if you go get me some cigarettes. He will more than likely do it. He'll be like, how old are you? Does it matter, homeless? That's what they say to him. But if it was me, though, that's what they say to him.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hey, what's going on, outsiders? Yo, it's Monday night, 7 o'clock. You know what it is, just a bit outside. I am your host, Kescia, and across from me, I got my dude, Mark Foster.
Welcome to the season finale.
Hell yeah. Well, I guess we could say the calendar year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yearly finale.
Yeah. Well, it's the finale.
You like it more than The Walking Dead's?
I don't know if you like it more than Game of Thrones, though. That joint was beast. But we're going to get it in anyway. Hey, to my right, got our guy back. My brother in blue, got Howard.
Guess who's back, people? What's going on, world? It's me. I'm back again. Actually,
no.
Actually, this is the first time I've been here with Kescia and Mark at the same time.
No.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Well, no, second time. I'm sorry. Yeah, before your surgery, you've been out, so.
Yeah.
We were here together once.
Yeah, we've been there once. So yeah, the dream team is back.
Hell yeah, in full effect, on a Monday. So, got a pretty exciting show lined up for you guys tonight. We have a special guest to get you in the holiday spirit. We have Natasha from Natasha's Just Brittle.
And Brittle's good.
Yeah. Local candy store in Baltimore. She always does, and she also does a lot of good work for the community. So we're excited to have her on. Hopefully we'll get to taste some candies and talk about her work in the community.
Let me tell you, the Brittle is good.
Yeah.
I've known Natasha for a while, and when y'all asked me to come back to this week, I was excited. Like, yeah, I know Natasha, and she's a soror.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that I did not know.
Yes, she is a soror.
Now that's definitely the business.
That's the business. That's the business.
Okay. All right. We're going to have something to talk about offline. Yeah, we're going to chop that thing up. Chop it up. All right, y'all ready to get into the show?
Let's do it.
All right. Well, let's kick things off with the hometown hero for the week. Mark, what you got? Besides your phone.
I got my phone.
Right.
Turn it down before we get on the air. We were talking about it before during the weekend, I think it was, and the hometown hero, pretty interesting. I think some people are actually laughing at it, but you kind of want to see him do good. Former Oriole Rafael Palmeiro.
Oh, coming back, making that comeback.
Had a spicy moment with my tongue right there.
Spicy.
53 years old, wants to prove himself in MLB. Obviously, when he went out, it was under cloudy circumstances, and he wants to prove.
I take them drugs. It was. Go ahead, finish, and I'll add my piece.
Yeah. What's the rest of the story?
Yeah, he wants to prove that as an older man with an older body that's not tainted by pharmaceuticals that he can do it. What's really funny is SI's Extra Mustard. They said they're comically interested because they want to see him go up against like Kershaw or something like that and just see how he does if he gets smoked or if he does good. You know, good for him.
First, I had to say this. I don't care who you are. You go up against Kershaw, you're at a disadvantage.
Yep. Yeah.
So I don't care how long you've been in the league. Kershaw is somebody you don't really want to see. But back in the day, Rafael Palmeiro was one of my favorite hitters to watch. He had a sweet swing. He was a gap hitter. He hit for power. I really got into Rafael Palmeiro when he played for the Cubs. I guess it was time when the steroids era was really starting to push. But my always thought on steroids is that, yes, it gives you extra strength, it gives you the extra power, that endurance, but a skill of hitting, I don't think that really gives you a bona fide up one when it comes to that. And I think Rafael Palmeiro was a skilled hitter. But, you know, at that time, I don't care who you were, you will be looked at as the steroid era hitter. So it's good to see him trying to make that comeback, and it's going to be something phenomenal to happen if he can actually do it, because baseball is one of those sports. Once you lose it, you lose it. You still have the skill, but to play at that such a high level at his age, 53 years old, right?
53, 12 years after he retired.
Right.
12 years after he's retired, so he must have been playing some ball somewhere else to keep them skills up.
I think a lot of former athletes probably do in some way,
Yeah.
shape, or fashion, whether it's coaching or you know, just going to the batting cages.
Well, the cages is not going to be enough. He has to see that live pitching.
Right.
So let me ask you this: if he comes back, he gets signed to like a minor league deal.
That's what I was about to
goes
say.
to AAA. Do you consider that a success, or is it only if he makes a MLB roster?
I think just AAA will be a success. That if he makes it to the major leagues, it's like the major leagues are not going to stop if it's like he's hitting the ball well. They're not going to go, he's 53. We're not going to put him on our 53-man roster or the roster. No, they're going to go, bring him up. We can use him.
Exactly.
You know, at age 53, in the major leagues, you're going to be a DH, which you could very well survive off of. You know what I mean? At that age.
That kind of pegs him straight to the National League, though.
Well, I'm just saying, if he gets there, me personally, I think we're going to be in the minors. You'll be successful there, and we'll be happy at that. You know what I mean? I'm just being realistic. I mean, I think it's a long shot for him to get there. But if he does get there, hey, nice little DH spot.
I think
take it easy. Just hit the ball.
I think for us, the minor league is a win for him. But for him, I'm pretty sure the major leagues is his goal. Minor leagues isn't going to be good enough. So, major leagues.
Yeah.
Major league or bust.
Well, good luck with that, Raphael. Yo, like, for real, he was one of my favorite players to watch back in the day, too. I mean, if you're an Oriole fan, he spent so much time here. You got a soft spot for him.
Smooth like silk.
Yeah, so we'll all be pulling for him. Let's keep things moving. All right, so we got about 5 minutes left, and that's probably, we're going to use all of that 5 minutes for this week's WTF moment, brought to you by Just a Bit Outside. Yo, Mark, you want to lead us into the WTF?
I know you're saving your voice so you can do your little...
So, since you brought it to my attention, like, seriously.
So the Texans were playing yesterday. Who did they play? San Francisco.
San Francisco.
Yep.
Texans quarterback Tom Savage takes a nasty hit.
My man went to core braided on him.
Well, yeah, we put it on. We put it up on the on the show's page, and it's scary to watch. Like
CTE.
like Howard just said though, like his arms were shaking and he had a seizure, but then the Texans go and they put him back in the game.
Well, now that's the question of, after he got evaluated, why didn't you watch Sports Center today? And this was the argument, like from what you saw on him in the field, the movement that he did he should be older than matter, ruled out. You're done. Let's send you for some MRI, because that's when that happens, just as for the medical people, that's something very serious. You have something happens to your brain stem at some point in time.
Yeah.
So it was surprising when they said he went back in, and the coach, and he was like, they said he was good, so I put him back in.
Yeah.
Like, I'm coaching. Like, only you need to tell me is yes or no.
Yes.
If it's no, he sits on the side. Yes. All right, go get that ball.
The coach said something like, I'm not here about that. I'm just here to coach, which I kind of felt was a cop-out of sorts.
It's a cop-out, but I think when he probably went back and looked at it, he was like, oh, man, that's stupid, because it made it sound like he doesn't care about his players.
Yeah.
He's like, well, I don't care. You just next man up. But I think he was just trying to say, look, I'm coaching. These are not my decisions to make. If they tell me he's good, he's good. But that's a bad look for the NFL. And that one, the Russell Wilson one, when he like jumped in the tent and jumped back out, and a lot of the questions are coming up, what are actually happening on these evaluations and who's being accountable for these evaluations, because they seem to be going wrong. So they found a loophole in the system, and now they're using that loophole to get back on the field.
Well, I think it's my understanding that, Mark, didn't you say the concussion doctors weren't even...
From what I read, yeah, the NFL's concussion protocol people weren't really seen. It was the after he went back on the field, it was the Texans team doctors that like basically grabbed him by the jersey and pulled him off and said, "No, you need to go back in the locker room," and that's just unacceptable on all levels.
Yes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So someone needs to lose their job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'll tell you what, I think that is a pretty sobering moment for a lot of fans, for a lot of players. Mark and I were talking offline, and I was saying, like, man, I don't know if I can encourage children to play football after watching that, man. Like, I mean, that was serious.
Yeah.
That was serious. Like, I mean, we was laughing and everything, but, like, he clearly had, like, like some type of seizure or something like that. And you can't help but wonder, is that going to have some type of, effect down the road?
Well, I got to tell you, when I had my concussion playing football in college, it was weird. You were like on this high that actually hurt, and you're like still. I got hit so hard I came off my feet, and I was playing corner at Frostburg State. Shout out, and it's my turn on the field, and they're giving me the play. Cover 3. I'm like, cover 1. It was like, cover 3. I'm like, cover 1. They was like, come on, get off the field. Go to the field. Welcome to college, son. Yeah, it was rough because I was off. I had somebody watch me overnight. I had a roommate. My athletic trainers, shout out to Zaloga and the crew. They made sure I was good. He was on top of concussion protocol before he was an issue. If you had anything like a concussion, you didn't play. So it's a lot of schools out there who was on the cutting edge of concussion and is wondering why the NFL is not on the cutting edge of concussion when they're building out the industry.
Because they don't give a damn. I mean, clearly.
More money, more money.
$1 billion industry.
Multi-billion.
Multi-billion, right. They clearly don't give a damn. And like the Houston Texans organization, like, wow. Wow,
season.
Yo. Like,
black eye.
Yeah. And has anybody heard from Savage?
You're not gonna hear from Savage. No, they're gonna let it chill for a while, have them figure it out. Then they're gonna figure out what they're gonna say as a team.
Yeah. I don't even care, like, if today he passes every protocol possible out there, you do not play him next week just to say, yeah, we're being safe.
Yeah, if they do, I'm pretty sure they're gonna get lit up because they would lighten them up. after the game, like, seriously, everybody was kind of like, what the hell?
Yep.
Because, that's just something that you don't see every day. We see bad hits. But that, that's a no bueno. Hey, you guys, don't go anywhere. When we come back, we're going to do some Monday Night Football analysis. We got an AFC, what's that, AFC East?
Lord, why waste our time?
We got to do it, though, yo. We got the fucking Patriots and Dolphins on deck. Don't go anywhere.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
50s, late 40s, early 50s. That's not uncommon. It's a lot of. I can give you examples like that.
But it's a good thing he's dead because she can actually move on. Like, you can't move on. If he was alive, if he was alive and she found out she was having sex with her father for 15 years, you can't move on from that. Somebody's got to die.
You can't. It's gonna be hard.
Somebody's got to die.
So wait, that means he didn't know either, though.
Immediately, so I can stop vomiting because I don't have nothing else left to vomit. All my insides, all my skeleton.
He didn't know either. That's what would be the crazy part.
He wouldn't. He still doesn't know because he's dead. How does that game go? Marry, screw, kill? How does that work when it's your dad? Oh my gosh, we talk about stuff like this and more every Tuesday at 7 p.m. on Talk Lately, the radio show. Only on BeExposedRadio.com and on YouTube live where you can see us.
Check out what you missed on Be Exposed Radio.
Listen to Elizabeth Warren talking about Black lives and Black life.
Police are not occupying armies. This is America, not a war zone. I speak today with full knowledge that I have not personally experienced and can never truly understand the fear, the oppression, and the pain that confronts African Americans every day.
Don't you just want to kill yourself? Not from what she was saying, but from the music that was playing in the background. I just want to, oh gosh, but every word she said was prolific, and it did not come from what is now becoming mainstream as white privilege. She has a sensibility about her, and the way she speaks about different things that has, from the first time I saw her, I can't remember what state she's in. I think she's in like North Carolina or something like that, somewhere I'm not going. That some kind of sensibility about her that makes me like her for president. But she's not running. We have this old guy that looks like he should be on the popcorn box. Then we have Martin O'Malley. Fine. We'll settle if we must. Hillary, who I like, but she just has to fight against all this controversy, and that's the hard part of it all. Then we have Huckabee. I could have swore he died, like in one of those books, like a fairy tale book. Trump. We're going to get to you in a moment. Meet with all these black folk in one room, and they just fell for it. Like, he must have been giving out $100 bills behind them.
Check out the Talk Lately show every Tuesday nights from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
Just a bit outside radio show.
There is one glaring stat that I read about while watching the games over the weekend. New York Yankees went 22 straight innings with at least one strikeout.
Really?
That's a major league record for the postseason.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's an interesting statistic.
It is, and then when you think about it, it's like, okay, that, to me, that's like a big reason why, they're losing right now.
Be Exposed Radio.
Definitely not taking responsibility for other people's emotions and things that's going on, and owning up to who you are. I know that's what you were finishing on, so you can speak more on that, sister.
Yeah, just making sure, because at the end of the day, what happens to us, especially women, we're nurturers. So by life, we tend to want to, I call men projects, like fix-me-uppers, people that come with issues. And for some reason, people, we all have issues, but people who, want you to help them through their issues, So we take on projects because we get to the point to where we're like, okay, I just want to have somebody, as opposed to the quality of the person that you're getting. And then we start to own.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back, Just a Bit Outside on BeExposedRadio.com. I gotta say, thank you for coming, viewing us every Monday on Facebook. You're on YouTube. You're listening to us on TuneIn or the Radio Loyalty app. And I want to amend what I always say every week of thank you for joining us. It's now the award-winning BeExposedRadio.com.
Right.
Shout out. We had an amazing time Tuesday night, the Baltimore Music Awards, and Be Exposed Radio won Best Radio Station in all of Baltimore.
Yeah, shout out to Monty, shout out to Nate, holding it down, putting in work. It's a good time. We had a ball.
We had a blast.
I was a little disappointed that I didn't get an invite to that. I just saw pictures on Facebook like, well, look like they're having a good time, and I'm home. That's all right.
It's okay. It started like an hour and a half late. It was late anyway. So
well, what did you expect?
right.
Got some good performances, though. But speaking of performances, moving on, we have a Monday night football performance tonight. We have a couple of amazing teams. Well, one amazing team, I guess. The New England Patriots versus the Miami Dolphins.
Look, let's go ahead and be direct with this. The Patriots are going to win. I don't care how you analyze it, how they're going to do it, because you never know how the Patriots are going to plan a game out until you're watching it. Like, oh, they're just going to throw it to the tight ends all day. Oh, the plan is to use the running backs.
Sure, you want to think about that more?
But the Dolphins sometimes come to play when it comes to the Patriots. And I'm hoping that happens. I'm hoping that because I would like to see a good game, but
they didn't come 2 weeks ago when they played 35-17 in Foxborough. This is in Miami. Miami's 3-3 at home. Patriots are 6-0 on the road.
Yeah,
so do we see an even bigger blowout than 35-17?
No, I think it's gonna be like 42-7.
You know what I'm gonna say. You know how I do on division matchups. Yeah. It's gonna be closer than that. I'm gonna give them 6 points. Let's say.
What do you want to give 6 points?
I'm saying a 6 point. That's gonna be the margin of victory for the Patriots.
I mean, times 2.
No, man, I'm serious. Hey, look, man, I was on the money last week.
You were.
Everybody was saying, "Oh, it was gonna be a blowout." I'm like, man, them division games. I'm telling you, yo.
And Monday nights, you're usually pretty on spot on.
Yeah. Let me think about that though. I'm gonna get to, but Miami's at a weird point in time right now. You know what I mean? And you do have to take that in consideration. I mean, they just lost their running back to the Eagles. Who is Jay Cutler quarterbacking?
Yes.
Or is it Matt Moore?
No, Jay Cutler. Matt Moore is inactive. But
you never know what you're gonna get with Jay Cutler.
The Dolphins running backs, they've been balling.
Well, hold on, because you just mentioned J.J. He's been with the Eagles, what? Like
those two new ones.
Well, check this out. Ajayi still has the most rushing yards on the team, and he's not even on the team anymore.
Well, have you watched those two guys run? Like the screen plays, the 41 got hurt that game. Who did he get hurt against?
I don't know.
I forgot, but he was killing that team before he went out. And I've watched the last couple of Dolphins games, and I see why they were like, Art, Ajayi, you can go. You're not a big loss, because both of them have been putting in work. They look good. They make the team go right now, because what's the boy name? The quarterback, Jay Cutler, just isn't doing it. He's isn't sparking it. It's just like, oh, there go Jay Cutler.
Well, he's a placeholder.
Yeah. Well, but this brings me to Kenny Stills. You know, he's kind of been doing all right. You know, despite the fact that he doesn't really have a great quarterback, and he might be able to be a bit of a threat tonight.
I'm so frustrated. I'm just so frustrated because I love watching the Patriots play, but they're also the bane in my existence. But
everybody's.
It's going to be a rough game to watch. I hope Miami comes to play. I hope they have their best game of the year on all levels and give the Patriots a run. And then I can talk crap to Devin in the morning that the Patriots lost.
Well, they're coming off of a 35-9 victory over the Broncos last week, but they lost the last 5 before that. So the Dolphins, you know, you're just kind of...
Broncos not even, you can't even talk to them as the same team anymore.
Although Easy Money did give them luck yesterday.
Man, I might as well just stop doing the fucking picks because the Jets didn't even score any points.
I thought they did.
Did they?
I think it was like 33-6 or something.
Well, McCown once he went down. But McCown has been balling all year. I don't know if anyone noticed.
Yeah,
he's been balling.
He was offensive player of the week.
Yep.
On Wednesday.
Yeah, he was balling. So him going down, that was a big loss for them.
Yeah. So you know that didn't work out. And what was my underdog? I don't know what happened with that Seattle game.
It was a fight.
Jacksonville. Yeah, we'll get into that later. Yeah. So I think this is my pick for tonight. I'm gonna go Patriots 23, Dolphins 17.
Jeez.
Yep. Book it.
I'm a powered. Like it's not even gonna be close.
After the first quarter, I'm gonna change the channel.
Don't mind me. I'm just the host of the show.
Like I said, Dolphins 3-3 at home, Patriots 6-0 on the road. It's gonna be Patriots. I don't know if they'll hit 40s like Howard says. Nah, they will. 42-19.
Oh God, dude.
Trash time points.
Cheese and crackers. All right, well then look, there you got it. You got Marks. You got Howard's and you got my predictions. We're gonna see who's the who of the night later on this evening. But how much time we got left, bro? 30 seconds. All right. Well, coming up next, you guys, we have Natasha Brown-Wainwright of Natasha's Just Brittle online candy store. So don't go anywhere. We about to get sweet on her, yo. Yeah.
Some good brittle.
Some good brittle.
Check out this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BExposedRadio.com.
So, you know how you round people who really can sing, and they always like, I don't know if it's this time. That's what these well, at least these two over here are giving me right now. It's not the time, you know. It should be 78.5 degrees in here.
0.25.
So they're going to share a little bit, just a little taste to get you interested, to get you tingling this morning.
Come on in here.
Share a little of their Banji soul with us. Stand behind her.
Okay. Well, y'all singing, y'all might.
Yeah, y'all can sing.
Okay, so this is called What I Thought. It's also on the album.
Don't hold back.
Okay. Y'all ready? You ready, B? Okay. I see the lights pouring out your face. No, you can't hide. I see them clear as day. I I'm growing tired of playing these games. You say I'm tripping, well, get up on this plane now, 'cause I'm pulling out with you or not. Are you going crazy or too damn lazy? We ain't skipping through no daisies. This wasn't my fantasy. This ain't what I thought. And this ain't what I want.
I told y'all wasn't ready.
The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com.
I was meeting with a friend yesterday, and I've gotten to the point where don't ask me a question because the truth is going to come out.
Exactly.
Just don't do it.
If you ain't looking for the truth, don't come to me.
Don't do it because I can't hold my tongue. And she wants to be this stylist, boutique, but you're not doing anything in that nature. And I can't take you seriously if you're not doing those things.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back, Just a Bit Outside on the award-winning BeExposedRadio.com.
Award-winning.
Best in Baltimore.
It's got such a lovely ring to it.
Yeah, it's a selling point. Throw that on the show.
It's almost sound as sexy as when you say the word Packers.
Wow.
But it's not as sexy as Natasha Brittle, the Brittle Queen of Baltimore.
Holla.
Somebody got a towel for Howard? A handy wipe?
I'm a little excited.
So, Natasha, do us a favor. Speaking to the mic. Make sure you got that there for you. The camera's right there so you can say hello to everybody.
Hello, 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 family.
Yeah, make sure you speak loud and clear so we can all hear you. So, you want to y'all ready to get into the interview?
Let's get into the interview, because I'm hungry. Look at some of that brittle popping.
Yeah, we're going to break into this box in a minute. So, Mar, why don't you kick it off for us, brother?
Natasha, I think, first of all, just how did you get involved in the candy business?
Oh, wow. That's a good one. Well, I'm a former daycare provider.
That's right.
Been in that industry for 21 years, and one day I wanted to teach my daycare children a lesson in business fundamentals. Lo and behold, a second business came out of it. Natasha's Just Brittle, and that's it. That's all you wrote.
So you keep the wages down by using the kids as labor.
Hey, she's a smart woman.
They were taste testers at first, but
my kids loved it.
Hey, do you need any adult taste testers?
We have enough adult taste testers.
I was a consistent one all the time.
All the time. I just saw you, what, a week ago?
That's right.
2 weeks ago? Lord, yes, all the time.
He's a trip, ain't he?
Yeah, he is. So that second business came about in 2009, December 2009. Actually, yesterday was the first day, 8 years ago, that I had created an online store for Natasha Just Brittle.
So it was like your anniversary.
Anniversary,
Yes.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. And so, have you always like been into like the candy thing, or were you like a baker, or like
as a youth, I was always into making sweet treats.
Okay.
I like cakes and cookies and things like that. With our daycare curriculum, we always taught once a week. We would teach the children a cooking lesson. So it just came natural, you know,
Really?
just a part of business, just to teach them something. With sweet treats, it's easier, you know, cupcakes and cookies, it's easier to make recipes and get recipes, you know, with those type of treats. So
I know with our correspondence, like over the past week and a half, you made mention of your daughter a couple of times. So is she like, you know, a silent partner?
That's
or
my
like
right hand girl.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say that she always wants to be, but right now she is like all I have. It's just the two of us. And I told her last week, I said, babe, I just need you a good solid year, because I said we're almost there. And she's a college student, and I said I just need a good solid year. So she helps in the morning. I take her to college and drop her off. I pick her up, and we come back to the production house, cook some more. So I just told her, just give me one straight year.
Oh, so y'all like round the clock for real.
Round the clock.
I mean, hey, that's
Brittle life.
Hey, brittle life. Hashtag that. Hashtag that. But that's got to be good experience for her, though, which will have some value later on.
I hope so. Sometimes I feel like I just tire out a little bit, you know. But I feel it's a good experience for her. So she's not really sure what she wants to do right now. She's an artist.
Okay.
So I'm just going to use her as most as I can until, you know, till she gets tired of it.
She watching tonight.
She's probably studying.
We're going to shout out Junior Brittle out there in college land. What's your daughter's name?
Her name is Bria.
Bria
Brown.
Hang in there, girl.
Yes. Keep helping mommy, baby.
Hey, Bria, if you still want to babysit, you know I got you too.
Yeah, that's her second part-time job. We still go back and help some of our former daycare parents when needed. You know,
that's what's up.
That's what's up.
What was your experience like being on the reality show Queen Boss?
Oh my goodness. Well, actually, my frat brother helped dress me for that.
You serious?
He picked all my outfits.
Yeah, that'd be me.
He sure did.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Get the hell out of here.
I don't like dressing.
First,
I don't like shopping.
First, you shouldn't have. I was expecting her to say that out loud about me. That was a secret that I have that skill, but thank you for putting that out there now. Thank you.
The secret is out.
Your superpower has been
went in there.
revealed.
We was just like
So now I got to take my Packers hat off, and now everything. I done changed everything.
He's like, put this on. Try this one. Try that one.
Hey.
They all fit. Hey, he's ready.
That color doesn't work with you. You need to wear this color.
Yeah, so tell us about your experience on there.
I'm sorry, Al.
All right.
Right, I'm trying to change.
I got to New York and stayed in a little what was that, in the Bronx area, and
BK.
Yeah, I was in the Bronx area, a little private house that rent out to people.
Okay.
I was kind of jittery. It's the first time I had been away by myself. You found out the location once you got there. Everything was hush hush, secret. Got there and experienced 2 straight days of filming from like 7 to 11 at night. But it was long days, but it was very. It just gave me the experience of talking about my business, meeting some celebrity business women, meeting some entrepreneurs like myself. I was really engrossed with the setting up of everything, the cameras and how they just transform different rooms to like studios. It was just really amazing. So I was just honored to be on the show, honored that I was chosen out of so many other entrepreneurs.
So was there like a tryout process or something?
There was no tryout process. Basically, everything was done by phone.
Okay.
They called me. They asked questions. They wanted to get inside my Facebook page to, you know, find out the private business and
Lord.
things like that.
Wow.
It was really
right. I don't know about that.
Big brother.
Yeah,
Big brother.
They did checks on you. They found out, you know, everything.
Everything,
They
right.
looked into everything, and then it was a nice little relaxed interview via Skype. Yeah, it was via Skype, so I felt connected with the producers and everything, and it was a great experience. I met some awesome young people, like 30, 35 producers, and just doing their little thing. And, you know,
Hey, hold up, though. You
What?
ain't 35?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, girl. I'll be 47 on December 26th.
I'm talking about young people. I'm sitting over here like, looking at you like, all right. It must be something in the sugar.
She be putting that work in.
So, I'm going to tell you how I kind of found out about you. And I got to shout out one of my Mercy alum sisters, Megan Murphy. She posted your Kickstarter.
Okay.
Okay, and I read the thing, and then I Googled you and everything, and I'm like, holy crap, you know, this chick is like amazing.
Oh,
and
wow.
so it'll take a few minutes since you have a platform for all of our viewers out there and our listeners who are on Radio Loyalty and TuneIn Radio. Plug. Yeah, tell us about your Kickstarter.
Okay, well, this is actually my 4th time doing the Kickstarter. And I'm like, you know, I just really want to, I need help. I need help with production.
Yeah.
It's myself, my daughter,
Right.
and one of my business partners, Miss Shannon, high school friend. She's running our commercial kitchen.
Okay.
And I'm just really focused on production. But right now, it's just a 3-woman show.
Okay.
You know, I'm in the whole Mid-Atlantic Whole Foods. I have the opportunity to produce for the whole Mid-Atlantic Whole Foods, and it's just 6 hands, okay? So I said, well, let me just try Kickstarter one more time.
Okay.
Just give it a try.
Right,
you know,
right.
It's doing okay.
Okay.
Mostly I'm getting support from the Harford Road community because they want to see viable businesses in the area. They rather see a business than an abandoned building. Have 31 supporters so far. It's not a lot that we've raised, but I'm believing that things will pick up and that will be funded. I ended it on my birthday, December 26th. So if any of you guys out there love supporting local, small, Black-owned businesses.
That's right. Put it out there. Put it out there.
Me. Natasha's Just Brittle Production House on Kickstarter. We paved the way. We've done a lot of work. I put a lot of work in. I closed a business that I was in love with for over a 21-year period just to do this. I'm ready to build a legacy and put our youth to work, give our youth opportunities. And that's basically what it's all about with me, anyway.
That's a good segue to kind of like my next question. You know, one of the big things that we like here at Be Exposed, we always try to support local and try to promote local. And it's not just enough for you to be a Black business and to be local. Like, we really like to support businesses that support the community.
Right.
Now, I was reading your mission statement, and you made mention that you are committed to supporting single mothers and youth in obtaining financial freedom. Can you tell us a little bit more about that? Is it like a program that you have? Or?
It's not a program, but it's just something that I'm passionate about. Number one, I'm a single mom, you know. And number two, I feel like I owe our youth something. This is how Natasha's Just Brittle got started. And I just really feel like there's something I want to give them. And like I said, I've paved the way, and a lot of people don't know that the candy industry is worth $88.5 billion.
Holy crap.
And it grows $6.5 billion in a 5-year period. It's
Kick
something
that
that's constantly growing.
Right.
And I have a product that's uniquely created by me that everybody wants. We have other big companies looking at the product, and we'll be hearing some things in January. And I just felt like I've gotten this far, and it's just an opportunity just to create those opportunities for our youth. And that's my mission, it's my vision. It's been given to me, and I'm sticking with it. I know it has turned a lot of investors off, but I'm not going to stray away from it.
That's awesome.
This
That's
is
amazing.
what it's about. You know, we can do things too. You understand what I'm saying?
Hey, 410 is our city. We get it. We get it.
Be more made with pride. That's what I'm talking about, you know?
Yeah.
It's not all, you know, it's not all negative. It's some positive in there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So tell us a little bit more about your product. Different type of flavors.
Okay, I make 37 flavors of Brittle and Kescia.
Damn!
Wow.
37 delicious, unique flavors.
I probably taste about 28 of them.
That's more flavors than Baskin Robbins.
I know, right? Yes. Well, they're all uniquely different.
Okay.
We make some traditional flavors. We make some nut-free flavors. And I even make the product in vegan.
Right. I was going to ask you about that. Okay.
That's something I'm working on. If things don't go the way I hope, I've looked at some companies that are vegan, and I may sell my vegan recipe.
Oh yeah, you definitely. I mean, there's definitely a market for that because I feel like that's like the weirdo trend right now, going vegan.
Yeah.
Weirdo trend. I like just to give a little people, the public, a little bit more about Natasha. Natasha, I met Natasha because she was babysitting my kids. And I remember going in there every morning to drop my daughter off, and she's cooking. She's cooking Brittle. And I'm looking at her like, have you slept? And she's like, no, I have not. I got to get this order out. And from there, that passion that she had for her product was amazing. That's when I first saw it. I was like, well, I just got off work, and you're still up, and you're still cooking this Brittle. And then, you know, I sweet-talked her like, let me get one. And from there, I realized what the passion was about. You can taste it in the Brittle. But like she said, she does a lot in the community. She works hard, and I'm always going to keep supporting her with her product and what she's doing and her mission statement. So people come support Natasha Brittle. She's on Harford Road. Tell them the address.
Yeah. Our address, our production house. We are a lot of people trying to get in there to purchase for retail. We're not a retail facility yet. We're a production house, a manufacturing facility. I'm state licensed, and I'm located at 6615 Harford Road, Baltimore, Maryland, 21214.
All right. Hold that thought. You guys, don't go anywhere. When we come back, we're going to kick it a little bit more with Natasha.
Open up that box.
Yeah, we about to get our num-noms on.
That's right. Brittle.
What's going on this weekend? Nothing? It's too cold? Girl, I'm never going to go see this Selma movie. Gosh. It's sad. I don't like looking at people in old clothes. You know what I'm saying? Dressed in them styles. Those styles is played. And I definitely don't want to go see another movie where Oprah got her bags on display. The ones under her eyes. And I love me some Oprah, but goodness gracious, they always put her, you know, strip her down with no makeup on, and them bags on her eyes be on display. Like, girl, let your worries go. Stop holding them down like that.
It's time for a flashback.
Now, I'm not gonna say all Aries don't know, but
it's just the one you had. That was just.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Check out this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
So we're going to get a little bit into the album with Miss Amira and learn the basis of it, the Banji soul of it all.
Yes.
So let us know, first of all, what is Banji soul?
Banji soul is basically just real. It's real soul. It's real. It's not cut down. It's not watered down. It's, you know, how as hot as it came off of my mind and my heart. That's what it is. And a lot of the times I get a little tangy, you know, banji, ratchet, whatever, however you like to put it, classify it. But I like to say banji, you know, because I'm classy.
Banji is a little classier.
It's a little classier. That's got your pinky up. Right. You got your pinky up with that.
Okay, we got to keep the bees, the bougie, the banji.
Yeah.
Right. So she's created her own lane, Banji Soul. So let us know how that is covered in the album that released on the 9th of this month, right?
Yes. Well, I did it to a number of industry tracks, including like the Beatles Come Together, and I did a Lindsay Lohan joint. You remember the Confessions of a Broken Heart?
Okay.
And a lot of stuff I aimed to like change the theme that was originated, or just to. It was my therapy.
Okay.
It was my therapy.
So that's why this is a mixtape.
Yes.
Okay, because you did a lot of remakes. Okay, I got you.
The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m. I had got drunk one night. This is the night that I put my head through the window and everything. So.
Why would you do that?
Now, I was sitting on the floor.
All these stories always involve alcohol.
They do. I was sitting on the floor, and my drink of choice back then was vodka and orange juice.
Ooh,
it's still my drink of choice, but I don't drink it as much.
I was a 151 kid, straight up.
I love vodka, especially when it was...
that rubbing alcohol.
You know.
What brand?
I love... back then, I was hooked on Absolute.
That was the best at the time.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back, just a bit outside on the award-winning BeExposedRadio.com. The Lollipop Guild is in the house.
Yo, I can't wait to watch this tonight. I go home and watch I run the joint back as soon as I get home every night after the show, and I can't wait to see what the hell happened. Because my back was to you, and when I turned around, you was like, low riding or something.
Look, I'm already short. I can't afford to be any shorter than what I am.
Right. All right, so what the hell were you saying?
I was just welcoming back to the show.
Okay, welcome back, Bamas.
We know who the attention whore is.
Apparently.
All right, y'all. So we're gonna keep the laughs going with Natasha of Natasha's Just Brittle. You got right. Look, I can hear. Yeah. I cannot wait to watch this for me. I'm telling you when I get home. All right. Yes, we got the Brittle going, and it's delicious. You guys, I'm telling you, it's really good. You got to get some of this. And you know the holidays are coming around. Makes for great gifts, right?
Well, actually, I have a pop-up shop coming.
Okay, tell them.
Okay, December 16th, which is Saturday coming. Okay. We have a special going on for teachers, co-workers, and firefighters. I was told to put that in.
Firefighters.
From 12 to 7. And then on the 21st, 22nd, and 23rd of December, we have a pop-up shop. We'll have a little bit of all my product, Brittle, the chocolate treats, popcorn, and I also have a new product. And if you guys want to know what that is, you have to come shop at Natasha's Just Brittle, 6615 Harford Road, 12 to 7.
Yo, you said that like you got bars or something. You be rapping?
You don't know about me. I'm the Brittle Queen.
Nope.
No, you did not just go Cardi B up there.
I wasn't even expecting that. I was like, hold up. Hold up.
Eyes got big. Like, give me some more of that damn Brittle.
You know, Keith, she's a Cardi B fan.
Yeah, that's my girl. Look, you are a woman of many hidden talents.
Oh yeah.
You know, I when we were corresponding, I'm like, man, tell me a little bit more about you, what's your hobbies and whatnot. I get this email, you guys. This sweet, beautiful, brown-skinned woman is a black belt in Taekwondo.
I'm a loving fighter. I am. Yes.
Lordy, you just don't know how many times I had to hear about that Taekwondo.
So let me just ask you this. If I was jump across you
see, I didn't blink.
Shots fired. I feel no fear.
Right, shots fired. Lord have mercy. Right, we got the karate queen up in this month.
Yes, that was the first thing that had to leave when I had to pursue the business. But
Really?
I miss it so much.
Wow. So how long did you do it?
Oh, I think 7 years. I started at 35. I started training at 35. So, yeah, I've been in it for 7 or 8 years.
And what made you get into Taekwondo?
I've always loved karate or Taekwondo, some type of martial arts. I always loved it as a teenager. That's basically all I did. I would go watch. I was a homebody, but when I'm out, I would go to a movie. Might be by myself, but I would always go to Green Mountain. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Y'all babies. But y'all don't know nothing about that. But
I know.
To Green Mountain,
I'm not gonna lie. I know.
The Boulevard Theater.
Yeah, I have no idea.
2 to 3 movies there. You get a karate movie. You get like a action movie and a scary movie. And,
really?
Yes.
Really, probably all for like $3.
Probably so.
2 pennies and a quarter.
I love martial arts. And then when I was younger, I was always bullied. Believe it or not.
Her sister used to tell me the stories.
Too skinny. Always had the glasses. Always the new person in school. And when I got older, I promised my child, she's kind of nerdy, you know.
In a good way.
And I said she wasn't going to be bullied. So I put her in at 4. And as I watched her grow, and I was that mom looking behind the window, you know, and I'm like, you know what? This is something I wanted to do, and I'm going to do it.
That's what's up. So both of y'all can kick ass.
Yeah. And
Mother-daughter
she's a
combination.
little smurf, but whoo, she is hard.
Really?
Yes, Lord. Yeah.
So did y'all have to do the whole board chopping thing?
Board chopping. I could break a board. Yes, I can do all that. But we even sparred. I was on the tournament team.
Okay.
I always told them this joke. I'm not going home unless I had the gold. But leave me here if I don't win the gold. Y'all leave me here. But I won gold a lot. So yeah, so it's fine.
I like how she just like humble brag that joint. Like, yeah, I be kicking ass.
Yeah, you don't know her like I know her. She tells you about it all the time.
You guys don't go anywhere. We're gonna wrap up this interview with Natasha Brown-Wainwright of Natasha's Just Brittles. She got the candy and she will kick your ass. Don't go anywhere.
Brittle Queen.
I know the weight is killing you. Suspense is building. All this stuff in the news keeps happening, and I'm not even here to talk about it. But look, on May 17th at 7 p.m., Talk Lately with me, Marnie, is back. We can get into the gossip, all the entertainment news, the politics, everything. It's open to interpretation, but I'm going to put a spin on it with my flair of funny. And it all goes down right here on BeExposedRadio.com, and we on YouTube. So get ready. You should already be ready.
Check out what you missed on Be Exposed Radio.
I don't like stuff in my mouth. It's after what you was talking about.
It's in this commercial closing.
No, seriously, I don't. I'm a germaphobe. Everything on your body is dirty.
Everything.
So I'm damn sure I ain't gonna put it in my mouth. That's probably why I'm single. Thank you.
Is there a lies button?
Somebody slapped me on my face with one before. I had to get up and go wash my face. That was done. I said, how dare you? You filthy ass animal. Get the hell out of my house. It was a problem. Because it's like, clearly, you don't remember when I met you, I checked your teeth to make sure you had them all? Because that's a problem for me, too, your dental hygiene. Because if you're missing a tooth in the front, that means you don't brush your teeth at all. I'm sorry. And I know Jabril just had that tooth missing and all, but if I would have met him on the road and, he would have been trying to, I'd have been like, what's going on? At least you could have did was break a Tic Tac in half and put it up there when you met me. You just can't be coming to me with no sharp teeth. It's not okay.
Check out the Talk Lately show every Tuesday nights from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Marnie, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Do yourself a favor and listen to this hilarious flashback on Charm City Direct Radio Show.
You know me. I eat like this all the time. Do I gain any weight? No, at all. You can have my belly, right? I'm giving away body parts. Somebody said they need a butt.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back to the award-winning Exposed Radio and the show Just a Bit Outside with Natasha Brittle, the Brittle Queen of Baltimore. So let's go ahead and get this Kickstarter again.
Kickstarter, well, go into Kickstarter.com under Natasha's Just Brittle Production House. I need all my family, my blue and white family.
Hold up.
Family.
I don't think the people realize who that is. If you know who the blue and white family is, that Phi Beta Sigma, those sexy Zetas. If you didn't know, you sure already know, baby. You sure already know. These two Zetas right here. So, as y'all can see, Zetas run the world. Ready to run the world. So, Natasha Brittle, I just want to put that out there for the blue and white family, the Greek family. You know, who you got up in here. So, go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
My daycare family, my Taekwondo family, I need all you guys' support. Just support Natasha's Just Brittle Production House.
Yeah, Parkville community. Megan, Sally, I hope. Well, I know Megan. I know you watching. Sally, I hope you're watching too. Come through, show some love to the girl.
So on Saturday with the pop up, where's that exactly going to be at? I want to make sure all the viewers know that.
The pop up shop is going to be at the production house at 6615 Harford Road. Again, between 12 and 7 on the 16th of December, the 21st, 22nd, and 23rd of December.
So if y'all remember, all your principals, teachers, firemen, police, stop by. Come get a treat, because you know we all like to eat sweets. Right. So that shows some support. You know, it goes a long way when someone sees you with this box.
Yes.
And everybody want to know what you're eating. Then you get a little bit of that.
Actually, that box you can only get in Whole Foods and different retailers.
Tell us about Whole Foods.
Okay, I am in the whole Mid-Atlantic region of Whole Foods. I have to approach each one individually. So right now you can find the product in Whole Foods in Riverdale or Whole Foods in Mount Washington. Okay, and I also will be there this Wednesday in Mount Washington sampling the product between 11 and 2. They always run out, so get there early.
Stand in line at 10.
Yeah, I'm telling you, they always run out. He's like, I gotta go place another order. I'm like, all right, do your thing, do your thing.
So anything else we want to talk about with the Just Brittle Empire to come?
Go ahead, Mark.
See
the Fave 5.
Oh, this is your thing.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
So all right. So we do this we play like a little game with our guests. And we call it the Just a Bit Outside Fave 5. So what we do is we give our guests a topic, and they give us their favorite 5 on the topic. So I thought it would be fun, since you said you love karate and you love karate movies, and you're like the supersized black belt. Figured, Fave 5 karate movies.
Fair warning. You will be talked about if this is not the correct karate movies.
I'm sorry.
Do not let
my favorite 5 karate movies are.
Thank you,
Number
girl.
1 cannot not say The Chinese Connection with Bruce Lee.
Okay.
Gotta go there.
Okay, respect. You starting off. You starting off. You starting off.
With my guy Jet Li, I love him.
Okay.
The one.
Okay.
Fearless was another one I love. I like reading subtitles. Tony Jaa. Ong-Bak.
Ong-Bak. Boy. I don't care who you are. If you watch Ong-Bak, you elbowing everybody.
And there might not be karate, but it's karate in the movie. I always love me some Blade.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
Okay.
And Steven Seagal.
Oh, come on.
Under Siege. I love those.
Okay.
They my movies.
Have you seen Steven Seagal?
Which one, Mark for Death? Which one do we like, Mark for Death? Which one? Which one was the best one?
I love Under Siege.
Under Siege? Yeah. I had to say Mark for Death was my favorite.
Those are actually some pretty good.
They were decent.
Pretty good.
They were decent.
Picks, for real. I'm gonna just, since we talking about it, I'm gonna throw one out there. Flashpoint. You know, Eric said Flashpoint. Have you seen that?
I have not seen that.
We gotta write that one down, Eric. Flashpoint.
I have not seen that. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna give y'all a throwback. Now, y'all might have saw it, you might not have saw it. But there was this movie back in the day. It was called Best of the Best.
Oh,
yeah, yo. Tommy, Coach, he's gonna kill him. You know what I mean? When they had the little Team USA against Team Korea.
Best of the best.
That joint was the move.
Corny.
Oh, man, come on, man. That joint was the move. Hey, yo, and Outsiders. I know y'all down with Best of the Best, yo. Eric Roberts had the ponytail jumping up. Like, yo, that was the move.
95% of that movie was corny, son.
Oh, man, come on, man. That thing took you on an emotional roller coaster. You was crying at the end of that joint. Like, man, I knew they was going to come together and win that tournament.
Look, I'm not gonna lie, my favorite character was the cowboy with the hat in that movie.
That motherfucker was crazy.
Corny.
Look, let's not forget Karate Kid.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
God.
Yeah.
And Into the Dragon.
No, I got a throwback for you. The 5 Deadly Venoms.
Okay.
Everybody remember the 5 Deadly Venoms, right?
That was
Okay. Yeah.
What about the Bloodsport? Jean-Claude Van Damme. Yeah. Okay.
But that was based on a true story. It was good stuff. Good stuff.
Right. Damn, somebody get me that Blu-ray for Christmas. I will watch that. I will run that in the hole, yo.
I don't care who you are. You can make a Jean-Claude Van Damme fan from that movie. Every little break the brick. That brick.
Yes.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Wow. The AMC actually had a Karate Kid marathon on over the weekend, and I watched part 1 and part 2.
I love part 2. Part 2 was my joint. I'm not gonna lie.
I have Hulu, so I can watch them all the time.
Okay, all right. You remember in part 2 when they had the contest where they put up the ice bricks? Yeah, 5 of them joints, and he was just like, cow!
No, my favorite part when they brought the dolls out and they were like this. Boom, 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 boom. you knew something's about to go down.
Yeah. So look, y'all, there you have it. We got Natasha's Just a Bit Outside Phase 5. Now, let's get back into the realm of sports. And, there was a game that went down last night. We'll talk about it. We're going to, give a little evaluation of the home team. The Ravens went up north to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. That was honestly, let me just say this first. It was a hell of a game.
It was a good game. It was a great game.
Right. I mean, I went out to watch it with some friends. I'm going to be completely honest. The second half of the game was a bit of a blur, but it was a lot of excitement, I could tell, because there was a lot of cheering going on. But, Mark, let me just ask you, what impressed you about the Ravens yesterday?
I think the offense. They just kept that intensity that they did last week, and they scored 38 against Pittsburgh, which is not a slouch. First,
let's not take in fact that Shazier was lost. He's maybe done for his whole NFL career, and people didn't realize how important he was until you watched the game yesterday. And shout out to that brother. Hope him fast recovery, healthy recovery, and all that good stuff. But I have to admit, the Ravens look good for about 2 quarters.
2 quarters.
2 quarters. 2 quarters.
We look good the whole
Okay, third quarter, fourth quarter. I don't know what happened.
Nah.
So the running back, he saved the Ravens this year. What's his name?
Alex Collins.
Alex Collins. He's the tackles he broke, the runs he made. I was like, Jesus, he's about to run for 200 today.
Right.
He got up there 136 or something like that.
He was killing them boys. I was like, run him all day. Don't stop. Don't pass the ball. Run him all day, because they couldn't stop it. Anything to the off the tackles or like on the ends, the Pittsburgh couldn't stop it.
Now I'll say I hate when people blame the referees, but there was a horrible call in that first half when Maurice Kennedy got called on the pass interference. In the end zone.
Yeah.
Even Chris Collinsworth, who I can't stand as a commentator, was like, that's not a fair call. Like, he should have never been called.
That happens all the time now.
Went on to get the Steelers got a touchdown the next play.
That happens around the league all the time. You're just like, what was that? That was pity pat. Don't play defense anymore. That's not pass interference. But it's the game. We deal with it, and we hope it doesn't hurt our team each week. I'll say Joe Flacco looked better past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a Raven hater till I die. Joe Flacco looked good for the past 2 weeks. Well, you got to admit, people were like, oh, they're throwing the ball, so they changed the defense. So you got to respect his arm. I don't care who you are. Joe Flacco started throwing diamonds. It's something you got to worry about. But the defense...
Yeah, Matt Judon. Matt Judon. I'm just telling you, like... And, you know, we were talking about Terrell Suggs' comments last week. And, you know, I made mention, I'm like, you know, we do have some nice young talent in there that's starting to come into their own. And Matt Judon was just beasting out yesterday. That's what really impressed me with last night's game.
So he went down injured.
Yeah.
You know what impressed me? AD. All day. Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
He does it to every NFL team every week. You can double cover, triple cover. He still gets open. He still catches the ball. I hate him, but I love him. But what he does on the field is art. It's magnificent. You just can't. You're like, wow, how did he get open? How did he catch that ball? And it seemed like he does everything with ease.
Do you think he's having a MVP worthy type of season?
You can throw his name up there, but I wouldn't call it an MVP type season. But it's hard to ignore him. You just can't. You're like, well, yeah, let's talk about him, but I don't think he's in the NFL conversation right now. MVP conversation, I'm sorry.
Look, I understand the Steelers are like our biggest rivalry. Right. I've heard people like all day complaining about the Ravens. Oh, they're bums, Flacco, this, that, the other thing. It's not like they were going up against a high school team. They're going up against another team of professional football players. You just brought up Brown. They have the #1 receiver and #1 running back in all of the league on the same team. And they don't have too shabby of a quarterback at that.
That's true.
You're going to lose 38-39 on Sunday Night Football. It's still a damn good game.
It was a good game.
Yeah, I mean,
it was a good game.
And what? Up until like the end of the fourth quarter, weren't we like winning?
Yeah.
Took
the lead in the third quarter.
Right.
The past 3 to 4 games, Pittsburgh has been doing that to everybody. He did it to my Packers, bastards.
Yeah.
Bastards. That goddamn Antonio Brown. He caught that pass, and when an NFL player says, "I don't know how he caught that pass," not just an NFL, like a Pro Bowl wide receiver, like, I don't know how he caught that pass. Did he catch it with his 2 fingertips and still keep his feet in? He caught that pass, and it looked easy for the normal person. You go, oh, that's a routine catch. No, that was magnificent, omnipotent catch, and he does one every week. It's like you can't say enough about the man.
Wow.
Yeah, you know, I hate to say it, but I think the AFC might just come down to the Patriots and the Steelers, yo. You know, we talked about Kansas City, how they were so strong in the beginning of the season. They've fallen off.
I don't know who Kansas City is. Who is that team?
What I was about to say is, I don't know what the hell's going on in Oakland. I mean, seriously. Did the music start up? I can't even hear.
No, that was shots fired. That was shots fired.
Give me some more shots fired. I don't know what the hell is going on in Oakland.
Man, everyone thought Oakland was going to be unstoppable this year. One of my picks.
I'm a hater, so I just always love to hate them.
That's all. I can respect that. I can respect any hater in the world. I can respect that. But they've been a total letdown. You're like last year, they were like, well, he's the next great thing, Derek Carr. He's the next great quarterback in the NFL. And it turned to be Carson Wentz.
All right, you guys, that's just about all the time we have for Natasha right now. Natasha, really quickly, give them your Instagram, Facebook page. Make sure you say it nice and loud so they can hear you.
Okay, you can find us on Facebook at Natasha's Just Brittle, and Instagram at Natasha's Brittle, Twitter at Natasha's Brittle. I believe that is all.
Hey, there it is. That's it. That's all.
Come get some of that Brittle on Saturday.
Yeah. Support local, yo. 410. That's our city.
That's right. Be more made with pride.
Is what it is. Radio show.
Wait, all right, listen. All right, say situation. Cause I keep telling y'all, it's different situations in the child support thing. You can't just pinpoint one thing. You can't just say, oh, here did be. That's why you're on child support. Oh, he this. That's why you're on child support. Oh, she this. That's why she on child support. No. Sometimes it could just go off of, oh, I just called him and asked him, can he pay for the pictures? He ain't want to pay for the pictures. I'm taking his ass downtown. Yup.
Well, you got to know. Know who you dating.
Hold up. I just called her and asked could she just get Junior some shoes. She couldn't even get him no church shoes. I'm taking her ass downtown. Now when you go downtown, you go down there, you get $500. Right. Now you mad because you getting $500, and now you really ain't getting no shoes for Junior or Lord CC because you getting $500 now. Right.
Yeah, but you gotta remember, if you're a good father or a good mother, and you paying child support, right? You still gonna go ahead and do all that because
hold up.
It's just what it is.
Yeah, hold on, and that's another situation.
Right.
But you know what that creates? Now when we at the party, mommy and daddy ain't even down there speaking to each other. Cause daddy done paid for the party, and he done came out of pocket this month with $600.
But right, that's your child.
Be mad. Listen. He shouldn't be mad, but he also has another child with his wife.
That's on him.
Okay, go ahead. He got another child with his wife.
Okay.
Right. And you're taking his wife and taking away from them. And they taking away from away.
Well, he should have kept it in his pants.
Exactly.
Should have kept it in his pants. Stop complaining. Stop complaining.
You on some whole, he on some whole other shit over here. He on some whole other shit.
And more money, let them know like you're gonna get a hit if you do some rap stuff. You know what I mean?
Right. Now, appropriation, like they be getting that money. I was just about to talk about that too. Appropriation is it appropriation when they do? Because you know Miley Cyrus. Like think about it. You got like Miley Cyrus. You had Justin Bieber, and you had like even Katy Perry and Pink. You remember? I don't know if y'all remember Pink. She used to do like some hip hop stars, some like R&B stuff too. Do you think that's appropriation? Are they taking from the culture without like?
I don't know. Like the way I look at it is, if it seems forced, then 9 times out of 10 it's not really them. Yeah. So then it's appropriation. You feel me? But if I hear sincerity and the genuineness in what you're doing, and if they decide to label it hip hop, and your skin ain't the typical hip hop skin, you feel me? I can accept that it's hip hop, like, cause hip hop is what we do. Like, you feel me? Like people don't look at it like that, but it is. Like, and Busy B himself told me that. You feel me? Like, rap is a thing that we do. You feel me? And hip hop is something that we live. Right. So if you telling me your truth, but your skin and my skin on opposite sides of the barrier, who am I to say that that's not hip hop?
That's true. That's true. Now, and we got a newer person, and I don't know if y'all know about this, but we got a new person that's kind of like on that culture too. Well, she's not really new. Fergie. Y'all remember Fergie
from Black Eyed Peas?
Yeah, yo, I heard she got a new album out, and I was unfortunately I was listening to this with a friend, a female friend of mine, a few weeks ago, and I'm not gonna lie, bro, it's actually pretty good.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back to Just About Outside radio show on BeExposedRadio.com. We just finished up with Natasha. We talked the Ravens game. Now we're going to switch it off the sports for a little bit again. Not too long ago, Kescia and I, we talked about the untimely demise of City Paper, which left a huge void in the Baltimore alternative press world. And was it last week, 2 weeks ago, we discovered that a new paper came out kind of from the ashes of that. That's the Baltimore Beat. And we'd like to welcome at this time Brandon Soderberg from Baltimore Beat.
What's up? Thanks for having me.
Welcome. We are so excited to have you because, like Mark said, we were pretty upset about, the publication leaving in. For you guys to kind of basically come in and save the day. You're like superheroes, local superheroes.
Next man up.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. So, why don't you tell us just a little bit about, how you got into the business and what made you, I guess, like really push the Baltimore Beat.
Sure. Yeah. So I've been writing since 2007. Started out as a music writer.
Okay.
Mostly a mixture of like rap and politics, and then I got a job with Spin Magazine. I wrote for Spin Magazine for a few years. Wrote for the Village Voice. Wrote for the City Paper. City Paper's first like professional gig. Left Spin in 2014 to come to the Baltimore City Papers right after the paper got sold to the Suns. It was a very weird time. It was also an interesting time because it felt like the thing was either going to crash and burn really quick, or it was a chance to kind of reinvent it. Maybe it turned out to be somewhere in the middle of those two things. That's what happened. But yes, I joined there and I was music editor, film editor, fact checker, special issues editor, and then became a reporter, and then kind of moved up. And at the beginning of this year, I became the editor-in-chief of the paper. So I kind of oversaw it in this moment of transition as it became kind of clear that the Sun didn't really... So confused why they ever bought us. Things started to get a little grim. I didn't expect them to close us, but I kind of came into the job thinking I had a lot to figure out. But I was also thinking about from the perspective of like, as long as this paper is owned by these people, the Sun, it is dead. Which I could tell. I know it happened so fast. So I kind of took the job because I wanted it, but also because I wanted to kind of figure out how to work with these papers. That's kind of started, and that kind of feeds into the Beat, because as y'all mentioned, I really appreciate is recognizing the paper. The paper was kind of announced it was closing in July, and then the Sun gave us a couple of months of sort of depressing runway time, I guess. And I started trying to, I kind of had a campaign to sell the paper. I actually brought them a lot of buyers. And the Sun wasn't really interested in selling it. I don't really know exactly why, but they sort of wanted it dead, I think. And so once it became really clear to me at a certain point that they weren't going to sell it, it became clearer that maybe it was a possibility to start a new one. So that's what we started doing. It started out with me and Baynard Woods, who's was a writer for the City Paper, now is at the Real News. And we sort of created this slow building collaboration between the Real News, the Washington Blade, which is kind of the gay newspaper of Washington. The owner of that paper came to us and wanted to buy the City Paper, and the Sun was like, nah. I mean, I brought multiple buyers to the Sun, and they were just not interested. Their sort of stances like that just didn't work out. I don't know why it didn't work out. I'm not going to comment on that further. So it became clear.
Hold on, I'm gonna comment on it. The Sun, you suck. Shots fired, Eric.
So we started building. We started trying to figure out if we could start a new paper, and that's where it came from, was the investment and the support of the Washington Blade, the resources and a collaboration with the Real News, and then some city paper people. It also is really important to fix the problems of the city paper. One of them would be that this is sort of a long-running alternative weekly, which is wonderful, but one of the downsides of that is that it also was a very white paper. And we want to kind of fix that. And it was also a very white dude paper. I say there's a white dude here. So we really wanted it to feel different than the paper. And that's sort of something we started to do when I got there. Like the music coverage, we tried to make it less sort of just rock and roll. I really started trying to push more club music coverage. Started reading out to writers that were not guys like me, dorky white guys like me. So that's sort of where it developed. So then we started building a team, and the team ended up being me, Lisa Snowden McCrae, who was a city paper writer and then went to the Sun for a while, and then she left the Sun to come be the editor-in-chief of this paper. It was really important that this paper was not run by someone who would run the city paper. And again, I really thought it was important that it wasn't a paper that repeated the same things as the other paper. So Lisa's the editor-in-chief. Mara Callahan was an arts writer and arts editor for the city paper. She's kind of second in command, and then I'm kind of the third guy in command. So yeah, that was the whole idea, was kind of flip as much as we could the expectations of city paper, but still kind of keep this alternative press advocacy journalism going.
So y'all are basically like the Justice League of the newspaper business.
That's what it sounds like.
Right, I'm looking at how they all
Sure.
came together.
Yeah, I guess in a way that's or
so
like
who's
a
Batman?
Voltron, like a Wu-Tang Voltron. Because like,
can I get a suit?
because you have the kind of thing where also like Baynard is at Real News, but Baynard and the Real News provide us with a lot of news coverage. The Blade gives us some news coverage. So it's kind of this idea of building a lot, like we all need to start working together in a way to work to keep independent media in the city going, and also not to totally combat sort of what the Sun is doing or what TV news is doing, but to sort of at least offer an alternative. If a bunch of small people can kind of join together and build something that can maybe counter that a little bit, that's great, and that's what we're trying to do.
That's awesome.
Like we said earlier, the Beat kind of fills an alternative press void that the city paper's loss created. What are the paper's immediate goals? Oh, we gotta go to break.
Already? Shit!
I'm on this
Keep that in thought,
Sure.
thought in mind. We'll be back. Just Be Outside Radio on BeExposedRadio.com.
full booze and holiday drinks on the beat.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Crystal Renee Radio Show.
We call them pen pals in my family.
So glad you said that word, because I've actually found out that there are websites, ladies and gentlemen. There are dating websites for men who are incarcerated. Yes. I'm so fucking lonely. I just may sign up for one of those websites.
Don't do it.
Don't you think I shouldn't?
Because they passing your letters around.
Oh, is that what they do?
And one of his friends go send you a letter, and then they go wind up asking you for a Verizon phone card and a couple dollars on their books because they just spent all that money.
You know a little bit too much.
Their daughter. I told you I have uncles.
Okay.
I know the game.
All right. Well, we're going to talk more about the game. The topic of the day, you guys, is called
Pen
Dangerously
Pals.
in Love. Pen Pals.
Edition.
Your little...
Thank you for tuning in to BeExposedRadio.com. Sit back, relax, and listen to this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
Every time.
You just have to really
have faith and believe.
Right, and it's everything isn't going to be cotton candy and clouds and all the time, but you have to, even in the midst of a storm, you have to speak light over a situation and life over a situation. You cannot always go into every situation. Sometimes it gets above you, and sometimes you got to speak over yourself and bring yourself back to focus, and because you already there. But in most cases, we take ourselves there. We walk ourselves over that dark threshold because it's easy for us. It's easy for us to be victimized and to be downtrodden and in that dark place when things happen to us.
Right.
But you got to figure out how to successfully move into that. And a lot of you may say, what does this have to do with being an artist? It has a lot to do with being an artist, because I don't want to just talk about.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back, Just a Bit Outside radio show on BeExposedRadio.com. We're sitting here talking with Brandon Soderberg of the Baltimore Beat magazine. Have a pretty good conversation going offline. But we want to bring it back. Right before the break, I had asked what's the paper's immediate goals as it's just starting up?
Yeah, so I think the immediate goals are to keep the news going, keeping advocacy journalism going, keeping deep investigative stories going, and keeping good arts coverage is another thing I think we did really well. Keep all that stuff going and then improve on it. I mean, the main thing right now, it just feels so urgent. There's just an endless sea of corruption and stuff happening in the city that really needs to be touched on beyond the sort of superficial or like the PR level of it. For example, the cover story of the paper that'll be out on Wednesday is a long story by Baynard about Detective Suter, the police officer who was shot and killed. It's about the sort of how the police handled that and how we tie that, Baynard ties that to the failings of Commissioner Davis. And the story all but says that Davis should be fired, and we as a staff, I think, collectively agree that Davis needs to go. So that's sort of the kind of journalism we're hoping to do. And if you want to check that story out, it's actually online right now. We put it up as soon as we also heard someone else was looking into some of the same stuff we were, so we kind of put it up as quick as possible. So you can check that on our site, and then it'll be in print on Wednesday. But that's kind of exactly what we want to do. And then mixing that with like kind of ideally like smart, good, fun arts coverage and entertainment coverage, which matters. There's a way to do that stuff and tie it to politics. It's a form of news to cover a rapper in your city or you know, a chef in your city or someone. That stuff is news too, so we want to treat that the same. So there's that. Cover the issue this week is a holiday guide, which is kind of a typical thing for these kind of papers, alternative weeklies to do. Gift guide. We hope the gift guide's a little more interesting than gift guides usually are, and there's also some weed reviews and that kind of stuff in the paper. That was another big thing, was to start reviewing weed.
Howard's over here scrolling through your site right now, and he's pulled up a couple of articles that he's like in love with right now.
I think I have to be a journalist because I ruined any reputation I have as anything else. I'm also a weed critic, so I can't get a normal job anymore.
So since I got a good government job, my weed critic application will not be filed. But since I do have a government job and booze should be part of our normal workday, I would like to talk about just 4 boozy holiday drinks that are not eggnog.
Yeah.
Oh, my man. I'm gonna get a little excited. I got a little excited earlier. They talked about me. But I want to talk about this Stella Noel.
Ooh, I like that.
1 part cognac, 1 part, I don't know what is that? Gallo? What's it? Galliano?
I don't know what that is either.
1 part the cream, the cocoa, 2 parts of heavy cream, 2 dashes of nutmeg, and just add another 1 part cognac, and you have my drink right there. Yeah. That's what I'm all about.
And that's kind of a good example too, because like that came from our editor Lisa reaching out to bartenders in the city. So that's another thing, is like pushing this paper as being more community oriented than city paper was. Like, hey, who knows better about this stuff than the bartenders in the city? Just ask them to help us out and tell us what's up.
Word.
That's great, man. I think just what I've read tonight. I've seen this and I didn't know it was the new from
New thing.
The new thing, and I was like, "Oh, cool! A new paper in Baltimore, cool." I'll get a chance to read that. So, what I've seen tonight, just right now, just going through it, the site is awesome. The site is clean. The site is quite clean. So I will say that, you know, you go to some of these newspaper sites and everything is kind of bulked up and is trying to. I want you to read this article. Everything is clean. You look at it, you go, "Oh, cool. I want to read this article and not be overwhelmed by this."
There's not like video pop-ups yelling at you and all that kind of stuff.
So it's clean.
We wanted to avoid all that.
Right. Answer these questions before you can read the article.
Exactly. Yeah. None of that. None of that.
It's clean, and I definitely like the topic that you talked about because that police shooting is weird.
Yeah.
That's the best word I could say. Like,
yeah.
How did this happen? How did he get the gun?
Right.
It's weird. So I'm glad you're covering that.
Thank you.
Even way how that comes out, if the police commission needs to go, that's everyone is going to have an opinion on that. And I think I like how you get a different look. That the grassroots is always better than what we see sometime on TV.
Yeah, I mean, even the paper itself was very informed by the kind of protest movement and activists that we were covering. The way they organized is how we wanted to create this paper. Your power in numbers, you work with everybody and build something larger. That was kind of the idea. We're stealing moves from people like Baltimore Block, I think, a little bit for a paper.
It's a good look, everybody. The Baltimore Beat, I'm telling you, I'm glancing over it and I'm telling you, has a calendar and art, entertainment, but weed, food and booze, especially you foodie people. This I love to eat. I love good food, and this is one of the restaurants that's going to get you to the bones of Baltimore, because Baltimore has a lot of great food places that people don't even know about.
Yeah.
So this is the type of paper. If you want to go get something to eat for a good price and enjoy yourself, enjoy the food experience, I think you need to definitely look up this the Beat.
Now, you were talking about the arts and everything earlier. Alternative presses tend to be ad-based, and I think everyone in this room, you just used to grab the city paper and where the concerts were. Is that something that Baltimore Beat's looking at?
Yeah, so we have we're still advertising based. We're working with the Real News, which is a nonprofit, so they're not advertising based. The Blade is also advertising based. It's sort of a dual nonprofit for-profit thing, nonprofit for-profit Voltron that I can't very fully explain. But yeah, so the same operation is the idea of selling ads. I think the difference is that we're hoping to really touch on more local businesses. I think, especially under the sun, the city paper got a little bit away from that. It was always like sort of big known places. We're always chasing that. We want to try to hit as many small businesses. Also, a distribution of the paper. Another thing that always irked me a lot about city paper was the distribution was kind of as they say, the White Owl of Baltimore, the kind of Hamden to Canton, Federal Hill area. And with the distribution route, which, because we're so small, I had the power to design that distribution route, so it really stretches out to East and West Baltimore a lot more, a little bit into the county, especially on the west side. And the idea was to make a paper that was for the whole city, whereas I think sometimes city paper, whether intentional or not, I think mostly unintentional, often felt like a paper just for kind of the middle of the city, for better and worse sometimes.
Offline, we're talking about where you can get the paper, and you said there's no boxes right now, but where can they find it?
So there's a thing on our site that just lists the 400 drop-off points, so it's all through east, west, central Baltimore, south, north. There's 400 different distributions, so it's all in stores though, so you kind of got to go in somewhere and look for it. But there's a list of all those places on our site. And then we are working on getting some boxes, probably like a dozen boxes soon, and they'll kind of, not really sure how we'll distribute those out, but yeah, if you go to the site, there's kind of a list of all the distributors where it's going to be. You can pick it up there.
Awesome. I think another thing that the paper, we don't want to refer to them too much anymore, I guess. They're celebrated for their best of Baltimore. Is that something that?
Yeah. I mean, that's something that a lot of places do best of Baltimore. The Sun kind of started doing it as well. Theirs is pretty crappy, so we kind of need to reclaim that a little bit. I mean, the best of Baltimore is important because it's it's an issue that you can reference for the whole year. So we want to do that, and then I think that these themed issues that we used to do, whether it was a beer issue or not, the idea is that they not only kind of are good because they're sort of, hey, everyone likes beer, right? But they also give you some sense of where the mood and tenor of the city, like the food scene or whatever. So we want to keep doing that. We have some kind of liquor issue into January working on. There's a sex issue we'll do the week of Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah.
Weed issue near 420 for sure. So the idea is doing these themed issues that kind of we can cover this stuff better and different. I think better, certainly differently than a lot of other places. I'm the guy to look for a weed issue from. I'll say that. I'm not going to try to do that. So yeah. So we'll keep doing that stuff for sure. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, I think that is all the questions that we had prepared. So one of our things that we ask our guests every time we have them on is we do a top 5, fave 5. Natasha we just had in and had her top 5 karate movies. So we're going to ask you something that, knowing now that you worked for Spin, I think could be pretty interesting. Who are your top 5 artists that you currently have on rotation?
On rotation? All right, cool. Kendrick Lamar is like the super easy one that remains like that record's great, keeps going. I haven't listened to the reverse version yet, but have you seen there's like a reverse?
Yes. So that's remember that everybody said it was the second album supposed to be coming out. If you play the album in reverse, because you know you play it the normal way, it talks about the story of how everyone when he got to his father and how they became friends. You play the album in reverse, it talks about the father, how they became friends, and it all flows in the back way of.
Wow. So yeah, I haven't listened to it that way, but I like the Kendrick Lamar Damn record a lot. There's a rapper who was in Baltimore, I think he's moved recently, named JPEG Mafia that I love. He has a new record coming out really soon. He's really good. There's a rapper from Atlanta that I really like named Rollo. He's kind of a Gucci Man like affiliate, but he's kind of really good and really sincere. I love his stuff. Who else? Let me think. I was not prepared for Kamasi Washington, the jazz musician. He played on a lot of the Kendrick stuff. His record from a few months ago, Harmony of Difference, is great.
Oh, I'm looking at that one. Yeah, Harmony of Differences. Yeah, boy.
It's a really good record. And the other thing, which I am wearing a hat with his name on it, Jason Isbell, who's a really good country singer. Who's really, really good and really smart. I think he was doing a show today or last night for Doug Jones, the non-Roy Moore candidate of Alabama. He's kind of a progressive country musician that I really like. I really like him a lot. He's a really smart song on his record called White Man's World. It's kind of a white country singer wrestling with like what it means to make country music and to be white in this Trump world of just that's horrible.
That's interesting.
Terrible and apocalyptic.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question.
Yeah,
since
sure.
you got what do you think about Big Crit new album?
It's good.
Yeah,
it's really good. He kinda, I like. Yeah, I mean, I loved his early stuff, and then I think some of these. There's a weird thing with music, especially rap, where you have to constantly create. And it just wasn't that way when I was like, you know, like when I was younger, like you wouldn't expect like a new Gangstar record every like 6 months, but now I expect to have. So Crit made like what 3 or 4 masterpieces in a row, which is like a career for some guys. I think he kind of stumbled after that, understandably so, but the new record is really strong and like feels like as strong as like that early, like 2010, 2011 Crit was here stuff.
It's like, was it 18 songs? It's something ridiculous. And maybe 2 songs you'll go, I can skip that, but most of the album you're like, I gotta rock this all the way through. Yeah, all the way through. Good. So, yeah, this rap fans. He named some people I didn't even know.
Right, you're taking notes and shit. I'm like,
good thing it's gonna be on video, so we can always go back.
Yeah,
right.
I'm telling you, just the vibe I'm getting from. You know, he knows his music.
Yeah, God knows
you know,
stuff.
and the resume behind it. You know, he knows his music. So, I'm telling you, all the names he named. Go back and listen, look at the show. And take a look at these artists. I mean, local artists, especially the local ones. You know, that's a lot of love.
Yeah.
I hope he covers some of the local artists I know. Maybe I'll talk to him offline about them.
Please send me anything. Yeah,
and get it. So, City College, you know who I'm talking about. Represent.
We attended the Baltimore Music Awards this past Tuesday. And one of the artists that was sorry.
No, go ahead. No. I'm talking about.
I know you were upset earlier.
Yeah, because I didn't get an invite. Still mad about that.
But one of the artists that really that I dug was a local rapper named Nephew. Have you heard much of him?
No, I haven't. I'll write that down.
One of his songs was a little bit ridiculous, I'll say, but like the next 3 things that he did on his set was really cool. So I don't know. I tried Googling him, but with like a name.
It's a little hard to Google. Yeah, maybe like
tons of other. Yeah.
We might have to put him in contact with Day Day, because we had another local artist on the show, guy by the name of Young Moose.
I know Moose. I wrote about Moose a lot as a rapper, and then I'll shut me up when I'm babbling too much here.
No,
so you know that Moose was like harassed a lot by one of the detectives that's now federally indicted. That was something that we started working with at City Paper. I started writing about with Boehner in 2014.
Him up.
So Daniel Hersel, who's the detective, like all those songs where Moose is like, Herschel, he's a bitch, all that stuff. It's talking about this, the heck, he's now federally indicted for the kind of stuff Moose was saying he did. So, and Herschel really, a lot of the reasons that Moose has been put in jail are clear targeting by this officer. Like, there's no way to put it, like, it's massively affected Moose's career in some ways for the negative. I mean, he lost like almost a year. But yeah, Moose is, I like Moose a lot.
Yeah, he's a wild boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So that artist I was talking about, Vaughn Vargas. He went to City College. He was older than us. I think he graduated in '95. Yeah. But he took care of us when we were coming up because his brother graduated with me. But he has a lot of good music. A lot of his music is on Apple. It's good. I'm hard on music.
Vaughn Vargas and Nephew. All right, so we've all learned about some new artists today. That's among the many. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, well, in the few minutes that we do have left, let's jump back into the realm of sports a little bit. Let's do our who came through and who was Booty Huff.
Okay.
Do that really fast.
Yes.
Week 14 in the NFL?
15.
No, 14.
Yeah, 14 because there's 3 games
Week
left.
14. All right. Mark, who do you have for who came through?
Who came through? I have the Philadelphia Eagles, which, their starting quarterback, Carson Wentz, gets injured in the third quarter. Backup Nick Foles, Arizona Wildcats. Boom. Arizona hasn't really sent a whole lot of great NFL guys out there, so I got to take pride. Nick Foles, though, I mean, it happened before. He took the starting job in Philly when Mike Vick got hurt.
He's quality.
And then Chip Kelly, the Chip Kelly experiment in Philadelphia. He went after, who was it, Bradford? Had to have him, sent Nick Foles packing. And now Nick Foles is finding himself right back there. A team that's definitely poised for the championship. So, facing adversity, they never let it get to him that Carson Wentz went out. And Philadelphia Eagles came through.
Yeah, Carson Wentz is like my second favorite quarterback to watch play.
Really?
If you watch some of the Eagles games this year, it's amazing some of the things he's done. And he's done it seem like he's been a pro for 5 years. He's only been in the league for 2 years.
Yeah.
So, highly impressed by that. And I'm saddened by the Eagles fans that they're going to take this L for the rest of this year. So
I'm trying to figure out who should I pick from who came through. I think I'm going to go with the Arizona Cardinals, because I think that was a surprising win yesterday. I was not expecting them to beat the Tennessee Titans.
Mariota went out injured.
Yeah.
Mariota played terrible, too.
Yeah, I would say the score was 12-7, and I don't think Arizona's won the game. I mean, I'm pretty sure they had like a losing streak going.
Yeah.
And to pull that game off at home, I think that was pretty good, pretty decent.
Absolutely.
All right, well, we have our Booty Huff picks up next. So I think we both have the same thing, so we can just...
Haters.
Go for it. Go.
The Cleveland Browns for not pulling through and losing to the Packers in overtime.
Adams, baby. Adams.
That Bama was so close. You were so close to getting your first victory. I even think they were leading for
most of the game.
Most of the game, right? But up by like 2 scores.
Something like that, yeah.
On break?
Yeah, on break.
Oh shit! I can't hear.
So yeah, Cleveland Browns. Those are the lead up. Brandon, we want to thank you for coming on. It's been an amazing experience.
Yeah, thanks for letting me come on.
Yeah, man, great time.
Hey man, y'all be on the lookout for the Baltimore beat.
Since you've been listening this far, we're gonna throw in a little bonus hour. You ready? Hoo-ha! Bonus hour's gonna last. I'm getting addicted. Love is extra hour. Everything is organic here on the bonus hour. Yeah, baby. Hey, yo, check this out. It's Wendy, man. Here it is. It's the bonus hour on the Wendy Williams Experience. 107.5 WBLS. What button would you possibly press? You reached and then you coiled.
I got something special for the next story. I'm sorry.
You don't know what the next story is?
You just said it. Star Jones? Yeah. Well, I'm going to throw you off. Let's talk about Tigger and the booty hole and the bloody sheets. How you doing?
How you doing?
Big Tigger has officially changed his BlackBerry, his two-way, his house phone. As a matter of fact, he's probably packed up and moved to Istanbul, asking BET, can we please have a satellite feed? I can no longer be part of the United States. The superhead has ruined me. Thanks to G-Rap and Ma Barker.
That's going to be in her next book.
No, it won't. Please, she already had to cancel this book tour. Oh. There won't be a next book. Not on this line. Not on this vein. Uh-oh. And if I were Carmen Escobar, I'd write the book, but I'd fall back off doing the tour because you're gonna get it too. Ooh. You might be Nas baby's mother, but there's some history there. Uh-oh. And you're no saint. So now if you're going to write a book, then we're going to bring it to you. Me, Star, Jones, Ebro, and you know what I'm saying? And I'm talking with my hands and everything. Let me calm down. Hold on.
Take a chill.
Pass me that bottle. She wrote the book, but real good girls don't tell.
Uh-oh. 40-ounce crew.
And I didn't need to get my practice from 2 hours in a nosebleed. I'm being a real negress now. I got to come. Let me just get a crack going. You know, I never learned how to do that growing up in Ocean Township. That is one thing that negresses do that I love because that is so effective.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Wow, welcome back, you guys. Tonight just really flew by. We had so much more, that we wanted to talk about, and we just do not have the time. So we're going to do this last little segment really quickly. First of all, let me do that. Let me give you the update for Monday Night Football. And I am looking at a score that says Miami 3, New England 0. So your girl is on her way. Yes, thank you, Eric.
And Tom Brady threw a pick.
That Bama ass. I think he is my fantasy quarterback. Damn, man.
Even when the Patriots are losing, you can't win.
Right, Bama ass. Right. Alright, so you guys, in a little bit of time that we have left, we kind of, since this is our last show of the 2017 year, we kind of wanted to give a few of our best sports moments of 2017. We'll share these with you guys. So I'm going to let Mark kick that off.
I approach this as like a memorable sports moments. So my number 5 pick, kind of down 5-1. Was Italy failing to qualify for the World Cup. That threw me for a shock.
Yeah.
They're one of those teams that is just there every year. I think it was like 1952 or something like that, the last time they weren't in. And for me, that was just a big story.
I didn't even know that happened.
Yeah. Yeah. You want to do one? I know you're guest host.
No, go ahead. Do your thing.
Okay.
Do your thing.
So, I guess my first one, I didn't really rank them. I just picked a couple. My first one was Sloane Stephens winning the U.S. Open.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that was dope.
Yeah, her run in that tournament was just phenomenal and exciting, and it came, that particular tournament with Serena being out was just, wonderful for the game of tennis because it really. Left it wide open for, we didn't know who was going to win, and that last game between Sloane Stephens and Madison Keys was just awesome, and for her to win it, that was huge. That was big for me.
Okay.
Big for me.
I'm going to go with the World Series this year.
Okay.
That was entertaining baseball. That was edge of your seat baseball. And no matter which team you was rooting for, you were like, this is good baseball. I don't care who wins at this point. I hope my team wins, but this is good baseball to watch. And you don't really get that every year when it comes to the World Series.
Hold up. Let me just give y'all another update. Miami 6-0. Okay, go ahead.
Well, actually, I'm glad that Howard brought that up because that's my next one. Houston
Okay.
Astros winning the World Series. This is a team that, correct me if I'm wrong, that was their first series, their first championship.
The Houston Astros?
Yeah.
I believe so.
And honestly, that's a team that I watched growing up simply because their AAA team was in Tucson Toros. I grew up, that was like my baseball team. So that's something that I got to see players. Sometimes, you know, you had the major leaguers coming down for rehab assignments, or we saw people that get sent up. So Houston Astros taking that World Series was pretty amazing.
Okay. All right, so I'm on deck. Let me see what my next one would be. I'm gonna say there was this one story that we talked about. This was along when we first got started, Mark. When we talked about Gift Ngope of the Pittsburgh Pirates, being the first player from South Africa to play in the major league. To me, that was another big one. That was huge because you know, to be the first, you know, kind of open the doors for other African players to come to the major league. That was huge.
Definitely.
Well, I'm gonna go with Colin Kaepernick.
Okay.
To this day, what he's done is opened some eyes. His goal was to get people talking, and now you get to the point that they're not talking what he was trying to, the point he was trying to make, but they're still talking. They're still understanding what he was trying to do, was trying to say. The message is still changed due to whatever media source is talking about it, but he did what he came to do, and it's unfortunate he still doesn't have an NFL job.
Yeah.
All right. Good.
My next one is one I hate to say.
Oh, Lord.
The New England Patriots winning that Super Bowl. They were down like what, 28-7?
Yeah, three scores.
28-3.
28-3, yeah. And everyone had them losing. I had them losing, and they took it to the very first Super Bowl that went into overtime. They completed the comeback, and as much as I don't like the guy, you can't say anything about Tom Brady's ability to take a team and push him to win.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
All right, hold up, really quickly. Let me do this. Another big one. South Carolina NCAA women's basketball. South Carolina's team winning the championship, going all the way, beating Gino Auriemma and the UConn Huskies, which is like impossible. You know, to be able to win that, it was a great story. I forget the little girl's name, little guard, but she was awesome. Yeah, so that's mine.
My last one.
Yeah, go ahead.
American World Soccer team not making a cut this year. That was devastating.
Oh yeah, let me do one more. Yo, when Clemson won the championship and they were like celebrating, and that 310 lineman hit that splint. What was that dude's name? Oh shit, what was that guy's name? Christian Wilkins. Christian Wilkins. I gotta shout him out because you can't tell me you didn't watch that shit and be like, damn.
Here's another memory of 2017. I know you love this one. Look. Venus Williams return to finals in the Grand Slam.
Yeah. You know we all about the 30 and over crew. Listen, you guys, it has been a fantastic 2017 chopping it up with you all. We're off for the rest of the year. So come back. Yeah, I know. You're gonna be so sad. We're gonna be so sad. Psych.
January 8th.
January 8th, yes, we're back at it. We'll be in full effect. So y'all have a great holiday, have a happy new year, and we'll see you in 2018. Baltimore, spread love, yo. Ooh! Hold up!
Oh wow, that was impressive.
Mom, I got the shirt on, Mom. I got it on.
Oh, that was hard. That was horrible. That was horrible.
Just like Aaron Rodgers.
Good show, guys.
Do yourself a favor and listen to this hilarious flashback on Charm City Direct Radio Show.